looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. No blind. Standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it for the thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free.
Good evening all, and welcome to this quick special, I say special stream, just a quick impromptu stream reflecting on today. I hope everything goes well because, as we all know, this internet, for whatever reason, is going all over the place, but whatever. Quite extraordinary day, to be honest with you. It all started with me doing a quick live stream earlier at Canary Wharf, where, you know, literally after I finished the live stream, you find out that Kevin De Bruyne won't be playing tomorrow. Great. Idiots like me took Fernandes out for Kevin De Bruyne, albeit that was done, I think, 2 days prior to the Manchester United game when they played against Tottenham. And of course, Fernandes decided to have the game of his life, by all accounts, and I removed him. So like I said, with Tyler's money that he kindly donated for the bets, that'll all go down on Fernandes. Regarding anytime goal scorer, anytime assister, because I'm telling you this for free, he will be getting a double-digit haul tomorrow, and he'll probably do something against Brighton as well. So, very frustrating hearing that news. And then I go for a walk around Canary Wharf and decide to get to the Elizabeth line, where I just want to just get home. It takes about an hour and a half to get home, roughly, give or take, from literally Canary Wharf station to my door. It will take an hour and a half. Just the 3.5 hours. A 20-minute delay on the Elizabeth line. So I decided that because the train was going to be absolutely rammed, I thought, fuck this. I'm getting on the train that's going east, to then get on a further station down the line at Woolwich. And then from there, at least at that point, you know, I'll have pretty much got on a lighter... fuck me, I can't even fucking speak. Shall we say just less people on the fucking train? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, that'll piss that cunt off that fucking complained the other day. You can't swear. You can't swear. Anyway. So yeah, got on the train from there, and then just as it's approaching where I need to get off, 5-minute delay. Fuck me. This is terrible. And then waiting around for the specific bus that I want to get, because I know there's not a single human being that goes on it, wasn't even running. For some bizarre reason in London, public transport today has completely gone tits up. And then, luckily, the bus that comes from Brentford, ironically, coming along, absolutely packed. I'm on it, sat next to a kid that's just constantly, must have been about 9, 10, 11 years old. Every single person out on the street. Like, it was fucking insane. And I just thought, just bite your tongue, bite your tongue, bite your tongue. Don't say anything. It was, honestly, it was doing my fucking head in. And then, bizarrely, just up the road, the bus just says, we're terminating here. But it doesn't, the guy normally on a bus, if anybody lives in London, they'll understand this. Normally it will be, the bus is now terminating here. And most people are just like, oh, for fuck's sake. But usually when it terminates, it's normally in a location where basically it's normally a stop-off point. In this case, the thing comes across on the display screen. It just says the bus is terminating here, and you're thinking, there's got to be a joke, right? Why would it be stopping here? Of all the places in the middle of nowhere, why would it stop here? And we were all just waiting upstairs thinking, oh, clearly it's a mistake. He drives off, and we're thinking, oh, clearly there's been a mistake, because he made no tannoy announcement to say, right, passengers, just to let you know this bus is terminating. He then drives all the way down, even though the traffic was, for whatever reason, well, I found out in a minute why the traffic was so busy. Non-moving traffic. Eventually we get to a roundabout, he just spins around and everybody's just like, what the fuck is going on? Brilliant. So it was terminating there after all. Get off anyway, I'm walking. I'm about, at this point, a 40-minute walk from home. And of course the sun decides to go in at that point as well. And the traffic is just non-moving. And I'm just thinking, oh, this is just fucking typical. I couldn't even get on a bus even if I wanted to, because I'd be quicker walking. So of course I'm checking my phone and it's 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, 9-0. And I'm just thinking, what the fuck is going on? The one fucking time Brighton are scoring goals, none of our players are playing. None of the attacking players are playing whatsoever. In the earlier kickoff, as the history suggested, Crystal Palace 4, West Ham 3, and you're just like, I'm sorry, what the fuck is going on here? And then, of course, the one game where I've got a differential, Toney, Brentford 0, Nottingham Forest 0. You can't make it up. So, as I'm kind of getting towards home, I'm about 20 minutes away by this point, and I see a load of blue flashing lights. Police, ambulance, lock, stock, the fucking lot. And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? And that's the reason why the traffic was so busy. Get towards it. Now, I don't know what had happened, but it looked like there was ironically, a bus rage incident, because a bus had parked up on the other side with another bus. Someone was had been arrested, and there was someone at the side that had clearly been assaulted. I'm assuming that it had all happened about 15 minutes prior, maybe, in fact, fuck that, probably longer, maybe an hour prior. And then there was a car, literally just in front of that, there was a car accident. A car had gone into the back of someone else. And I'm just thinking, today is just going to fucking shit, isn't it? So anyway, come home, literally just start stretching out my hips because it was just fucking doing my head in. And you're just waiting, and then you see Bristol City have scored against Burnley. I'm just like, oh, just fuck off. Just win the fucking championship with 100 points at least. Can't even fucking do that. Thankfully, a few minutes later, Super J Rodriguez shows up. And then I'm just rolling out my sciatic nerve, just rolling out. And then all of a sudden, we got a goal at the G-Tech. Please, for the love of fucking God, be Toney. Just please be Toney. Please be Toney. If you're relying on anybody to score for Brentford, you know it's going to be Toney. And I'm just like, oh. Literally punch my bed in delight. Absolutely loving it. And then, of course, you hear, but the problem is that it may go down as an own goal, as the ball was parried off the head of the keeper and bounced off his backside onto his knee and rolled over the line. And I just like, just for fucking once, please, can I have a differential where they don't miss a penalty, the goal is ruled offside, they've scored a goal but they get given a red card? Something, just go right for me for once. And then thankfully it looks like the goal is actually standing as it stands right now. And here we are now gonna go through chat for 5 seconds. Let's all breathe. But the irony is, of course, is that double Brighton clean sheet is actually a big differential in the mini leagues, which we'll go through in a minute. The Toney coming through with a goal and looks like 1 bonus point. Looks like essentially that could be crucial. The only downside is that Isaac, I think, is going to do very well tomorrow. Southampton are absolutely atrocious. I'm expecting that Newcastle to continue scoring goals for fun. 3, 4, 5, 6-0. Just continue scoring for fun because Southampton are absolutely useless. I'm hoping Southampton do what they do away from home, which is at least score. That's all I care about, them scoring. But certainly I'm very concerned about Isaac tomorrow. I do expect a double-digit haul tomorrow, but the fact that De Bruyne isn't fucking playing tomorrow is just... I wrote in the members chat, it's genuinely sickening that he won't be playing tomorrow because he is a bit of a differential, a bit of one. And yes, he could turn up against West Ham and do something, but I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm just going to quickly just go for the chat a second before we just quickly look at the YouTube chat lead to see how it all gone. But Tezza, good afternoon. It's been crazy today. Your Toney came through. I don't feel sorry, but our man Dylan, Karma Baby, who owned Bowen and Antonio coming through with a goal. Bowen doing nothing from 3 goals. I don't understand why, but just absolutely crazy. Karma Baby, shut up, Toney owners, shut the hell up. No. Interesting to start the game week with our Brentford attacking assets letting us down. Yeah, it was a bit strange the fact that De Zabra came out and said that the players need to essentially just buckle up and realise that they have to play consistently throughout the next few weeks, and they have to, the fact they're playing 2, 3, 4 games in a week, they're going to need to adjust their fitness, and then he decides to bench their key players. Not that it made a difference, it completely completely went in favour of Brighton. I have no idea why Wolves were so bad today. I'm not going to watch any of the highlights whatsoever. But if you did watch the game, why not write in the chat why Wolves were so bad today? Or was it just Brighton were that good? By all accounts, according to the BBC, Wolves were just that bad. Good evening, Matthew. Matthew doing exceptionally, like beyond exceptionally well in the YouTube chat league and various others. Ramel saying, rumoured to be 50-50. Well, FPL Raptor said that his reliable source has essentially said that he has not travelled with the squad, so he won't be playing. I saw that, Maestro, just quickly as I just tweeted that we were live, that, yeah, Toney has a pattern of blank return. So thankfully, he returned today. Harry Dawson saying, I went Salah captain, expect pain this week. I wouldn't be worried about that whatsoever. He enjoys playing against Tottenham, and then they've got Fulham. They've got 2 home fixtures where Salah performs at home. Liverpool perform at home. They're playing Tottenham, who concede goals. They're playing Fulham, who concede goals. So I would not be worried whatsoever about Salah at all. In fact, if I had the bollocks to do it, I would have done it myself. Nuclear Atoms, good afternoon. Asian Wonder, greetings from Hong Kong, being a long-term lister. Is this James Bang in disguise? Asian Wonder, if you know who James Bang is because you've been a long-term listener, you'll understand that reference there. But thank you for the support. Thank you. Eric McKeever, had the silver on my bench boost. Fuck off. Wow. The silver. I had the silver on my bench boost. Also had Encico and Estepinian. That's massive, massive, massive differentials. Massive. Good afternoon, Marcus. Kafdan can wondering what the hell happened with Matoma, March and McAllister. No idea. Asked the Zebra what the hell happened. Yeah, Biggish saying, what's this got to do with FPL? It's funny because when I listen to other podcasts and they go on tangents at the start of a show, I'll give you an example. Benny Mac of In the Corner covering the WWE stuff. He was going on a random tangent about, I can't remember what it was now, but because I knew what was coming, I didn't care. It's called, from my point of view, understanding who the person is behind the camera or in front of the camera, behind the microphone, and also having the context to the emotions that's going through. Because like I said, I was having a brilliant conversation with my friend Dale. He won't be watching this because like I said on the stream this morning, I don't watch your streams. Thanks. And that's a friend. That's a friend that says that. Could you imagine that? Your friend saying to you, don't want to support you. I know you're playing in a pub tonight and it's only down the road from me, but I'm not going to bother watching. Cheers. Thanks for that. But we were saying like about the fact people don't like individuals showing true emotion. Like I say, it's what people hate. We have here animations saying I had Matoma, March and Estepinian. I'll take an assist. Yeah, apparently he could have scored today. He could have got another assist. Apparently he was on absolute fire today. Maestro saying Trippier to haul big tomorrow. Well, according to Harry, the data doesn't suggest anything like that. So that's why Trippier is going to probably haul tomorrow. I'd expect a clean sheet minimum, clean sheet assist. Denver saying, oh yeah, Denver. Did you do your wildcard team? If so, you said you were doing it based on my predictions. So based on the history predictions, you went with Crystal Palace and West Ham. Steve O was correct with the history bet. So far, nailed it with a high-scoring Hammers game. I still can't believe that. That is absolutely ludicrous. What happened in that West Ham game? Specifically, well, it's happened today, but in the last 5... the away team are unbeaten in the last 5 in that game. Okay, that didn't happen. But there have been 22 goals scored across the last 6 fixtures between these two. And at Crystal Palace for West Ham, it's been 2 of them being 3-2. So like I said, you've got to kind of like take away the nugget of information in this specific bit of trivia, I guess. And the one thing that came to light in this was 22 goals. So it was going to be a high-scoring game. What it said for Brentford was the away team are unbeaten in the last 4. Well, let's get real here. If it wasn't for, specifically a last-second goal from De Silva, the away team still wouldn't have been unbeaten. Forest have lost only once. The last 2 have been draws. Well, again, we go back to it. Nearly came through. Bournemouth Leeds, Brighton Wolves. Brighton have scored 3 goals on 3 occasions against Wolves. In fact, the last 2 fixtures, they have scored 3 goals, 3-2 and 3-0. Well, they doubled that score today, scoring 6. I keep saying this to Dan on the voice message and whoever else can be bothered to listen to me. History genuinely fascinates me of what kind of seems to come true. It was suggesting Brighton will win quite heavily today. Did they win heavily? Yeah, they did, coming through, scoring 6 goals. The unfortunate thing for most people is that none of the attacking players came through. Unless you own Gross, Welbeck or Unduff. Just fucking nuts. I've got double Newcastle on my bench and could end horribly. Well, Dread FPL has got triple Newcastle on his bench, but he's playing bench boost. 2 of the moderators are playing bench boost this week. Blonde's one especially worries the shit out of me. Dreads as well, to be fair, both of their are very, very good. Armand Dillon, as we'll see in a minute, Antonio, his big differential coming through, which he will be gutted because he's getting no bonus points. But it's still a differential. At least he's come through. What made you go with Antonio, Armand Dillon? Was it the history? Matthew's actually saying Brighton want European football, so anyone expecting the United clean sheet midweek won't be happening, and they want revenge as well after the FA Cup loss. So, without continually saying the same old line here, tomorrow's game could literally go either way. If Aston Villa win, I won't be surprised. If Man United win, I won't be surprised at all. If it ended as a draw, I wouldn't be surprised. What would surprise me tomorrow if in that game there's a clean sheet? I would be genuinely shocked. The history is suggesting 3-2 to Man United. I'm suggesting 2-1. There's been 20 goals scored across the last 6 fixtures. On 7 occasions, a team has scored 2 or more. Aston Villa scoring on 4 occasions, scoring 2 or more, and Man United on 3 occasions. So it should be quite a high scoring game. Tezza saying that basically Wolves were horrible and De Zebra changed the formation. Okay. Armand Dillon saying it's painfully funny seeing nothing from March and Matona in a 6-0. Yeah, I wouldn't worry. Shamalala saying here, Brighton clean sheet. Wow, to be fair, they do actually keep on a semi-regular basis. I mean, they kept one against Man United the other day. It's not much of a shock. Plus, they were playing the worst team in the division when it comes to playing away from home in Wolves. How many points for... No, he's just getting the 6 points, that's it. It's just the 6 points. Yes, good afternoon, Dalipool. I will be doing the Soccer Sunday tomorrow for the 4 games that are playing at 2 o'clock. Lots of implications. The majority of us all have a minimum of looking at various teams in the leagues that we're in. Most people have got triple City, triple Man United, probably Watkins, the odd person like Jason has got Tyrone Mings, triple Newcastle, but specifically Isaac and Trippier, and that's for the 2:00 games. There may be the odd person here or there that's played Solanke, but yeah, we're looking at the triple Man United and then the Aston Villa single players in Isaac, Watkins, and then Trippier. They're predominantly the main ones that we'll be looking at tomorrow, which will have a massive impact regarding the mini leagues, especially if Fernandes turns up. Armand Dillon saying Antonio has 2 to 3 goals versus Palace in the last 3. It's all thanks to the history. I went with him. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Gabriel Derot, Mr. Return, I rang you earlier. Yep, I was on a busy bus, as I've just explained, and I really could not be bothered to speak to anybody, especially on that fucking bus where, like I say, just surrounded by 3 idiots. Albeit I was listening to XFM and it was kind of like, thankfully, at least putting a smile on my face. And finally, after hearing the news of Jess Stenning is stepping down on Soccer Saturday on Sky Sports, will you be applying for the job? I can't even get a porter job for the NHS. Not even a porter job. I can't even get an interview for that. Because with the NHS, you've got to essentially... You've essentially got to fill out an application form that's so in detail that actually it's probably anybody applying for a porter job would seem overqualified for a porter job. Not that I'm dismissing a porter job, but you know what I mean by that. Yeah, so moving on with the mini leagues, I'll just quickly go through the YouTube chat league because that's what you guys are involved with. Obviously there are many people here doing the members league and the rivals league, but I'll just quickly look at top spot in the YouTube chat league because it is this young man here. It is the team by the name of Koulibaly, and I believe that says Seb Long because I cannot read that screen in front of me. I just need to go on this screen here, doing all that nonsense, and yeah, Seb Long is top, cruising. In fact, there's Matthew Zaishi there, hunting him down. So Seb is on 13 points. Okay, and he's got quite a few single players, as you'll see here. No chips played at all, and he's got Raya, Trippier, Kane as the 3 single players. Obviously Raya not coming through today. Trippier probably will be coming through, and Kane versus Liverpool, I would expect him to get his standard goal as per normal. But interestingly enough, he's got double United, double Man City, double Brighton. I'm just going to quickly check what transfers he did, if any. And the answer is he did 3. So either that's a -8 or a -4. And I think it's a -4. Maddison, Saka, Watkins out for Salah, Grealish and Greenwood. Very good defensive transfers there, which makes sense. And then Matthew Zaishi, same points as Seb there, and he's got Fernandes. He has got Fernandes in his team, so there's a slight differential on Seb. So Seb took a -4, so he's on 9. So he's on 9 points, where Matthew Zaishi is here, and let's have a quick look to see if he did any transfers for this specific game week. And the answer is, as we just quickly look here, just the one. Bloody ass, that's a luxury transfer. That Henry out for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Bloody hell, man. That's luxury beyond luxury. And Raya, unfortunately, not coming through today. You've got Trippier tomorrow. That's a very, very good team. I think Seb should be worried with that team. Trent especially and Fernandez are very, very, very good differentials there for you. So that's the top 2 of the YouTube chat league. Notable mentions are for Michael Swedin, long time supporter of the show. He's on 218. This is as it stands as of earlier on. 2186, Mark Byrne 2184, John Harris 2183, No Weak Foot 2182, Ayush 2180. You get the idea. It's just like literally just 1 point here or there in it. And guess what? Michael Swedin on 13 points. And his team is identical to Matthew Zayishi's. Let me just have a quick look here. Both have got Raya in goal, both have got Shaw, both have got Estepinian, both have got Trippier, both have got Trent. Both have got Salah, Grealish, March, Matoma, Salah, Fernandez, and Haaland up top. Wow. That's crazy. Exactly the same teams. That's why it's so tight in the YouTube chat league. That's why it's like just the odd player here or there, which is going to cause the issues. Well done to Mark Byrne. Mark Byrne here. He's got Steele and Estepinian, Trippier, Trent. So he's got the same. He's got the same defensive players as the 2 above him in Matthew and Seb. Trippier, Trent, Estepinian, Shaw, Grealish, Rashford, Salah, March, but he's got Isaac. Isaac's the one to be looking out for, and he's really set up for game week 36 as well. Really set up. They're all on 13 points, all of them. All of these people on 13 points. And they're all set up for game week 36 with triple Newcastle. All of them with triple Newcastle. And just quickly looking at the Rivals League, where it's very tight between the top 2, Nasu and Marius. There's 10 points. It's a lot more slightly wider open than the YouTube League. There's actually a bit of a slight difference in the top, where Nasu's got a 10-point lead, and this is his team up on screen. Again, another one playing a 4-5-1, but they've got double Newcastle defence. Double Newcastle, Steele coming through, that's a big difference. Diaz coming through, or more specifically, Diaz being a massive differential. So a quick look at what his transfers were. I'm assuming Diaz was one of them, if not the only one. He did a -4. Chilwell, James and Watkins out for Diaz, Trent and Greenwood. Fucking hell, man. That is absolutely gorgeous transfers. He's 8th he's got 8 points today, and he's, as of right this split second, and he's 8,000. He's 8 points, 8,889th. So weird. He's another one with double Man United and Rashford and Fernandez, and then Marius 8 points as well. Steele. Oh, he's got a differential. Oh, he's got 2 differentials. Have a look at this. See what you could have won. Look at this for differentials. This is what I want to see here. This could pay off massively. Look at that double. Look at that triple up of City, but more specifically the double up of Alvarez and Mahrez. Alvarez and Mahrez could be huge for Marius. That could absolutely smash it for him. He's another one with Trippier. Had Steele coming through today. Oh, well done to Marius. You got the likes of Sultan Saeed, who's 24 points behind Marius. And then it just gets tight between Sultan Saeed downwards. In fact, Joe Nicholson has had 2 players playing today, and it's March and Matoma. It's the same old faces that we're seeing here. And yeah, the Rivals League is very, very tight. And then we move just quickly on to the Members League, where Harry again is just absolutely fucking things up, as you all know. He's like, 200th in the fucking world, for crying out loud. He's on 11 points as it stands. And once again, just tearing a new arsehole for everybody here. I know that he brought in Edison, wasn't it, today? He did. Raya out. Raya. Again, what does Harry know that none of us do? So he took out a player with a really good fixture in Raya for free for Edison. 11 points. Estepinian coming through. Nothing for the usual Brighton attackers. 246th in the world. He's another one, Fernandez owner. So congratulations, Harry. That's going to tank it for you. Trippier is going to tank it for you as well. Fuck things up for you. Massive, massive, massive. And then the rest of the members. Again, Marius miles ahead of Matthew Zaishi. It's 20, about 30, 40 points nearly clear of Matthew. Yeah, 31 points clear of Matthew. Then you got Mark Byrne there. And then, like I say, it just gets extremely tight. There's barely anything in it whatsoever. Barely a single thing in these teams, and that's why, from my standpoint, it's going to be really interesting to see how this triple captaincy pays off for someone like myself. Brendan Saunders, blimey, good afternoon. Haven't seen that name for a very long time. PK7, afternoon. Barry Shuttleworth is here. Max Roberts, haven't seen you for. I was talking to someone the other day, and I was just like, I haven't seen Max for a very, very long while. And more importantly, hope you're well. Hope everything's all good. And let's just hope that tomorrow brings more joy, shall we say. Let's hope tomorrow brings more goals. Not in the Newcastle game. I don't particularly want much in the Newcastle game. I'm hoping it ends up exactly as the history says, which is Southampton like to score against Newcastle. The key word being likes to score doesn't mean they're going to win, though. The history suggesting there 2-1, although 21 goals have been scored across those 6 fixtures, and there's also been 3 red cards across those 6, so there's a chance there could be a red card in that. Yeah, Newcastle have won 5 out of the last 6. Isaac's the one. Really, Isaac's the one that's been going to be the thorn in my side, I think, tomorrow, and that's why certainly a few pennies, 50p, will be spent on him. Max, just saying that quickly, being really busy on the weekends recently, travelling all over. We're all busy, I know that many people have got lives outside of tuning into a live stream, a video and whatever, and commenting on videos and whatnot. And yeah, I just think the reality of the situation is, as I keep saying, it's like I said in the Total Steeler podcast yesterday, focus on yourself. Do things that make you happy. I'm stating the fucking obvious, but don't do things that make you miserable. Just looking at the moderator league here, so I'm on 22 minus 8, so that's what? 12 points. 14 points. I'm on 14 points as it stands right now, which is the same as Armand Dillon. This is without bonus. Same as Armand Dillon. 2 points better off than Jason. 1 point better off than Dredd. Blonde's only got 9 points. However, Blonde's bench boost, like I said, with Zuma, 1 point. Shaw, Isaac and De Gea on the bench. She went with Diego Jota. She's gone with Diego Jota as she took in Jota for Watkins. Blonde did. And there's a chance that he may not be featuring tomorrow. There's a chance. I don't know. I'm only basing it on some simple information that we all have been given regarding a potential knock and all this nonsense. But let me just show you a team here. This is a bench boost, like I say. Nick Pope in goal. So tomorrow, Southampton scoring. For anybody that hasn't got Newcastle defensive assets playing tomorrow, this is going to be huge. Dunk coming through for her. But yeah, the likes of Jota and Kevin De Bruyne may not be happening. May not be happening at all. Which is a scary thought. When you think you've played your bench boost at an optimal time to take advantage of everything, and two of your differentials may not be playing. Certainly Kevin De Bruyne, it looks like about an 80 to 95% chance, if not higher, that he's not playing tomorrow. And Diego Jota, Klopp may just say, I don't want to risk you. Let's put in Nunes instead. Good news for Max saying, I've qualified to go to the World Championships in Japan. Obviously Japan, I'm no expert, but Japan being the central hub of Pokemon. It's fucking mental. Absolutely fucking mental that you're able to do that. You're able to use your hobby and quite literally travel around the world. I can't imagine what that would be like. You'd be like the equivalent of here with Elite FPL doing what Planet FPL do, which is going to a location and setting up wherever and getting live audience in front of us. The same with the Fantasy Football Fest. 2 weeks in Tokyo. Crazy. Afternoon, Phil. We're pretty much wrapping up. Well, we are wrapping up now. Just showing Blonde's team here. But it's been a pretty, within reason, a solid day so far. And just quickly with the bonus points, we have got, so for the Crystal Palace West Ham game, Susek 3, Eze 2, Schlupp and Antonio. There we are, Dylan. Schlupp and Antonio look like they're going to be getting 1 apiece. In the Brentford Nottingham Forest game, you've got De Silva and Danilo with 3. Toney could potentially coming through with 2 now as it stands. So De Silva and Danilo definitely getting 3 and Toney potentially getting 2. In the Brighton game, where we've got 6 goals and 5 different point scorers in Welbeck, Gross, Undav, and Cisco and Estepinian. We'll have Welbeck with 3, Undav with 2, and Gross with 1. Steele was only 1 point away from a save point. 1 save away from a save point. Gutting. Absolutely gutting. No, he won't have got the he definitely won't have got the news wrong. Nuclear atoms, that news is, I would argue, is probably I would say 99.9% accurate. I can't see why Raptor would just choose to, well, he's a reliable source, he's given me reliable source news before, and I'm now going to reveal this. He's not going to do that. So yeah. Anyway, let's get out of here. As ever, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in this quick. Nearly been an hour. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the 2 o'clock kickoffs. Remember, the 2 o'clock kickoffs will be live tomorrow with me. And yeah, it's going to be another fascinating one. Cheers all. See you later.